Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online Endwalker. In the last episode, we got back from the Ethereal Sea and took a rest. Met with Fortuno, and he indicated that the forum has approved the mission to go to what they're calling Ultima Thule to deal with Meteion and put an end to the final days for good. That's good. And so the Loporrits are going to incorporate their paper hopper technology into the ether burner of the forum ship so that we can jump to Meteion's location. And then Totaro said she had something for us, and after waiting around there and having some chats with some people, she indicated she's opened a boutique, and we got a bunch of new sets of gear for our two primary jobs that we've been playing with through this expansion, the Machinist and Paladin. And now we need to go see what the rest of the Scions are up to and just kind of kill the remaining time as we wait for the final preparations of the ship. So we need to go speak with Thancred. He's apparently over at the last stand. So that's where we're gonna head. There's Thancred, Y'shtola, and Eorzea. Y'shtola. Try as you might, Totaro has had no chance of standing between you and a hearty meal. Don't worry, we saved some for you. Eorzea. Hast thou perchance had opportunity to partake of the rainbow pudding? Owing to its striking flavor and somewhat garish appearance, 'tis quite popular. Indeed, so popular that the last stand stock hath been entirely exhausted. I should hope, at the very least, Puddingway did sup upon this most delectable of desserts. Who do you think bought out their stock? Alright, Thancred. Ayame, come make our trio a quartet, have you? Please, have a seat. We'll see about getting you a drink.
Your business with Totaro was finished. My, what a thoughtful surprise. Whatever would we do without her?
Y'shtola's a little tipsy.
Indeed. And she's right, you know. It hasn't been all doom and gloom.
Feels like a lifetime ago that Master Louis Soir gathered us together to form the Circle of Knowing. Since then, we have experienced much. But rather than feeling wiser, the more I learn, the more I find my knowledge lacking.
Forsooth. As a student, vainly did I believe that I held the secrets of creation in my grasp. Yet that which I had seized was but an insignificant sliver of what awaited in the wider world. Every encounter, every experience hath served to open mine eyes, enlightening and humbling me in equal measure. Even from those whom I called enemies have I learned many a valuable lesson.
What will we learn at the edge of the universe, I wonder?
Ultima Thule, where the bringer of the end makes her nest. I, for one, can't possibly imagine. But whatever awaits us there, We will survive. We must. For her.
Just make sure you bring enough ammunition.
Oh, ye of little faith. I know better than to leave home without ample supplies, thank you very much. Didn't pick up the gunblade yesterday. And to think I used to prefer fighting from the shadows. Gods, I really have changed.
We've come far together, and if we have aught to say about it, we'll go further still. Aye, we will avert this calamity and return home.
Got what? Fried chicken, pizza, some sort of wrap, a panini, a burger, a muffin of some description, chocolate chip, and strawberry shortcake.
In preparation for which, we must give thought to what we hope to achieve after the proverbial dust has settled.
What with the primals and Ascians all but dealt with, I suppose we'll need to look for new hobbies. In all seriousness, though. In uniting to overcome a common foe, the disparate peoples of the world have found a way forward together. It's a truly gratifying sight to see.
Indeed. Though it was many years in the making, we have successfully set in motion the gears of fundamental change. With this, we have fulfilled our humble role as a symbol of hope. And I dare say it is time to bow out. After all, there is no shortage of hands to bear the torch in our stead.
You know, I never really considered I might live long enough to see an after.
I'm gonna say, Estella, you go crazy inside of an hour.
But even if my time as a scion came to an end, I don't expect that much would change. Traveling the world, going wherever the wind blows, lending a hand to those in need.
A journey for journey's sake. It doth suit thee well. I must confess, I too have yearned to see more of the world. If thou art amenable to the suggestion, I would accompany thee. Mine ability to effect an air of normalcy through artful disguise is much improved, thou must concede.
Aye, well, improvement is relative. You still look suspicious no matter what you wear. What of you, Ishtola? Any grand plans?
Why, continue my quest for knowledge, naturally. To begin with, I wish to know the state of the reflections, to which end I must find a means to travel between worlds. 'Tis the least I must do if I am to keep my promise.
To Runar?
Should my pursuits prove unduly arduous, I won't hesitate to call on you. And in return, I will take you to see Reen one day. I'm sure you cannot wait to see the fine young woman she has become.
Spare me.
And what of thee? What wouldst thou pursue at duty's end?
Here's yours. My apologies for the wait.
Well, shall we make a toast?
Another interrupted, open-ended question. You can fill in with whatever you want.
To victory.
To our comrades.
To the future of the star.
Probably go find some more crazy stuff to get up to, because that's just what we do. He's hitting that hard. All right. Meal's over, looks like. Thancred. Always count on your friends to help you maintain perspective. A pity mine take a perverse pleasure in it. I like to think I give as good as I get, though I'd fare better with the occasional assist from our consummate nodder. It's all in good fun, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Alright, Eorzea. I say, Ayame, whence came this simulacrum that standeth beside thee? Eorzea is sloshed. I see falsely, but you're still in Thancred, but moments ago employed the self-same doubling magic. Alright then, keep thy secrets. Yeah, hopefully you can burn that off before we have things to do. Alright, Stola. Leaving so soon, I suppose it's for the best. If you'd rather not explore the bottom of a bottle with Eorzea, I dare say the others would welcome your company as well, if you can find them, that is. In any case, as long as you make the most of your time, then that is all that matters. Alright. Alphino and Ellie say we're over by Numenon, I believe. Like, where is the Ethernet shard over here? Oh, there it is. Oh, there's Pudding Way. What are you up to? Ah, Yame, I've come to this studium in order to study the ways of pudding. Alas, my creations don't jiggle as they should just yet, but I persevere. Ah, so you're gonna figure out how to make your own. Good idea. Graha. And he is out. Alice? You try speaking with Alice, but she is fast asleep. They're both out.
Oh. Knowing them, they're probably dreaming about the celestial adventures to come. Just as well. They've been running themselves ragged of late. Unlike you and the others, I'm a few steps removed from the danger and excitement. The things you all get up to never fail to impress me. But by the same token, I can't help but worry. Not only for your safety, but for your happiness. After everything you've sacrificed, you earned it 1,000 times over. From the simple pleasures of tucking into a hearty meal or collapsing into a comfortable bed, to the grand triumphs of visiting legendary lands or finding true love, you deserve all the joy in the world. There is so much that life has to offer, so much to be treasured and shared with those we hold dear.
So promise me this. Come what may, you won't give up on your own happiness. When you're out there fighting tooth and nail, it's all too easy to forget. But in the end, your passions will be your greatest strength of all. Remember that.
Back among the living.
Oh, this feels familiar. Well, 'tis good to be... wait. What am I... Gods, don't tell me I fell asleep.
Not that there's any shame in it, but you were sleeping like babies.
Oh, how embarrassing.
Alice?
Not a word to anyone. Understood? Not one word.
My lips are sealed.
I'm told that sleeping in proper beds of your own choosing is a much more effective way to prepare for battle.
So, what were the two of you doing here?
I had a few books to return to the library. Thought I'd take care of it while I could.
And you?
Just enjoying a little peace and quiet. A little ahead nod. Alright, Alice. So I didn't realize I was so tired. One moment I was resting my eyes, and the next, I should go and get some air. Maybe a quick bout of training, but not sleep. I'll sleep when I'm dead. Alright. Yeah, I've had situations like that where I'm just sitting there and all of a sudden I blink and it's an hour later. It happens. That's enough reading for one day, as we don't know how long we'll be away. I'd best return these books before we depart. And eat. I'm absolutely famished. What about you? Just ate. I see. Perhaps I'll stop by the last inn on my way back. Maybe the others will still be there. Or maybe they'll be peeling Eorzea off the floor. Alright. We're gonna go find Elfino. Which he should be over at the Leveilleur Estates with Estinian. Estinian, what are you wearing? You look almost normal. What? Surely this isn't the first time you've seen me without my armor.
Oh. What brings you here? Ah, so you were worried that the Leveilleur household might again be gripped by turmoil. All is well, I assure you. In my letters home, I had made mention of Estinian, you see. My mother wished to meet the legend in person, and so we arranged to have a spot of tea together.
Where were you in my hour of need? Fell beasts I can face, but I'm not made for idle chit-chat with lords and ladies.
Well, I for one thought you held your own. Mother was the picture of delight.
I might have been delighted myself, were we in a tavern with more agreeable drink. The thought of fleeing crossed my mind, but what then? I'd never hear the end of it, least of all from Tataru.
I'm sorry. 'Twas not my intent to cause you such distress.
Don't worry, Alphino, he's half joking.
It's just... It was one of the things I didn't want to leave undone ere we set forth. That's not to say I think we won't be returning. Yet, given what lies ahead, I did not wish to leave for later that which I could do today. After all, tomorrow is never promised.
It's fine. Not like I had better things to do. Besides, seeing you with your mother brought back fond memories of my own. Be we rich or poor, family is family. Well, it's past time we were on our way.
Wait!
What's up?
Since I left home, I've made a great many mistakes. Mistakes for which I can never make amends. But through it all, you didn't give up on me. To have returned here with you at my side, it means more to me than you know. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Forgive me, but it needed to be said.
I'm the one who owes you thanks. Were it not for you, I would not be alive today, nor come to terms with Nidhogg's spirit. I am ever grateful.
Alright. I suppose I ought to thank you both as well.
Well, we needn't make it a competition. You know, this must be what Heidelin meant when she spoke about depending on one another. However treacherous the road before us, together we will prevail.
Definitely has a feeling of the calm before the storm. Alright, Alphino. A few of our comrades decided to remain a while on Charlene after making their deliveries. Did you happen to pass any on your way here? I bumped into a couple. Estinian. All that remains is to return to the annex and give my armor one last polish. I expect Alphino has maintenance to carry out on those floating things of his, too. Alright. Speaking with Ojika Tsunchika. One more time. Welcome back, Yame. Return to catch a final few winks before embarking on your mission, I presume? You'll be happy to know your chambers have been cleaned and fresh linens laid out. I pray you enjoy the sweetest dreams on this final night before the big day. I guess we'll do the whole thing again. Sure, why not? Get tired of my chambers. There we go. That night, at the Royal Menagerie in Alamigo, Xenos.
You will never get what you want. Not even the battle you pine for so dearly.
Looks like it's stuck.
In that transcendent moment, what was it that I sought in you? And what was it that you sought in me?
And thus it dawns. The day of reckoning. Ah. Well, it's fine that we're in our casual outfit.
How often have we thus assembled? To combine our knowledge and seek solutions to the problems before us.
Back at the Waking Sands, it was all we could do to address the most minor of troubles. Who could have realized what we'd find when we began to look to the sources of the realm's woes?
At the Rising Stones, we made great strides and shared many moments, from the joyous to the sorrowful.
We've had occasion to call other places home too. Be it Ishgard or Kugane, we were fortunate to find sanctuary wherein we might take stock and continue our fight.
I was honored to host this company in the Crystarium, to stand with you all as we confronted the truth of the star itself.
And now from this place, we go to fight the most important battle of all.
The Forum has sent word. The Ark is ready. The Loporrits naturally will be commanding the vessel. They will see the 8 of you to Ultima Thule. Upon arriving, your objective is to find and vanquish Meteon. As a final formality, the Forum bade me ascertain your resolve. So, are you certain you wish to do this?
I don't think we have a choice.
We are.
Then, ere you report to Thalmasane, I leave you with these words. You must triumph. What that means will differ for each of you. To make it back home, or to simply avert doom, or perhaps something else altogether. Yet whatever it is that drives you, I have faith in its power to see you through. So please, triumph. Triumph, as we who remain behind believe you will.
Let us be off then.
Yep.
Wait! Both Kryl and I will be there to see you off, but as your receptionist, I feel I need to say this here. Safe journey, all of you, and be safe.
As safe as we can. You can count on it. First, I just need to get back into the appropriate clothing. Alright. How much of the health is from the gear? Unto the heavens. I suppose this is where we part ways, for now at least. Whether I had sage words of wisdom to share ere you depart, mayhap the teachings of Galuf Baldessian will suffice. Surrender not to anger or hatred, he said. Look beyond them, and there find true strength. What one sees beyond is open to interpretation, I think, but for me, it would be the things I cherish most in life, things I believe are worth fighting for. Something to consider as you venture into the sea of stars. Alright. To Thalmasane. There's actually some side quests here. Yeah. Not gonna worry about it. Oh my. There's a lot of people here to talk to. Alright, let's go around. Varshan. Man is said to fear what he does not know, yet you adventure unto the greatest of unknowns. I say to you, daughter of man, that you need not fear, so long as man shares a bond with dragonkind, so too does he share our kinship with the heavens, and our ancient home amidst the stars infinite. I pray go forth and prove this bond of ours, tempered and tested, shall endure unbroken for 1,000,000 years. Alright, Aaronville. First the great Exodus, and now this. It seems there's no end to our work. In truth, more than a few gleaners were distressed to learn that their earlier efforts were for nothing. It was no easy task convincing them that the new plan was for the best, I can tell you that. I can't tell you every man believes this is the wisest course, but I can say that all will be forgiven if you deliver us from the coming doom. And if you don't, well, at least you won't get the earful. I certainly will. Emma Monolane. It's troubling enough that the brute sickered left without warning, leaving me to carry all those cumbersome containers. But then he failed to be present to send you off is absurd. What could possibly be more deserving of his attention at a time like this? I'm sure we'll find out. Coltonay. It's no easy thing to say, leave the star to us. Well, we must, and we will. As proud members of the Scions, we have a duty to uphold. And we needn't do so alone. Those dark days when we were driven from the rising stones and hunted as traitors are a thing of the past. We have allies in abundance now. Which is to say, you needn't worry about us. Go forth in the knowledge that the Scions will labor without rest in your absence. Alright, Ori Boulder. Though our fellow Scions couldn't be here, they wanted me to tell you that no matter what calamity may befall us, they will never give up, and neither should you. No matter how far you may go, we will be with you in spirit. No matter how dark it may seem, your light will shine and endure. Alright? Didana. Mistress Kryl tells me your investigation into my theories on Akasha and its relation to the final days has made clear the source of our woes. I'm elated to know my work was of some benefit, but I could not have shared it had you not rescued me from the tower that day. I owe you a great debt, one I may never fully repay, but I shall try nonetheless. Not only through my research, but through my desire to see you succeed, which I believe may influence the Akasha in our favor, small though the effect may be. Yeah, so long as we have hope, there is a chance we may influence the outcome of this calamity. Alright. Levita? We're quite fortunate the Lomprin's hyperhopper was based on principles similar to those of etherology. Integrating it with the Ark's existing systems might well have been impossible otherwise. We may have Charlene's wealth of knowledge at our disposal, but theirs is technology far beyond anything we have ever studied. You are familiar with teleportation magics, yes? The momentary conversion of the body into ether that it may travel via the life stream from one physical point to another. The hyperhopper enables transport through a similar method, but not one involving the life stream. Rather, it utilizes highly condensed ether to create an ethereal current of its own. This current is exponentially faster and more powerful than the naturally occurring ones to which we are accustomed. So much so, in fact, that ethereal conversion of the physical form is not a prerequisite for traversal. If you are concerned about side effects such as ethereal sickness, you needn't be. You should emerge at your destination hale and whole, in theory. At the very least, I can assure you it's safer than the experimental etherites you used to reach Raz at Han. Alright. Vilson? When Brita had been on my mind more often of late, how different her life might have been if not for our research into teleportation magics. Perhaps she would never have gained an interest in ethereological studies. But to abandon our work out of misplaced guilt for who she could have been would be a disservice to the memory of who she was. Nay, it was because of her we found the resolve to carry on, and now we stand at the edge of a new frontier, with a ship ready to bear you into the distant stars and beyond. This arc is much her accomplishment as it is ours. I regret nothing. Alright, and then we'll start on this end. Rahatia. So this is the ship that will bear us into Ultima Thule. Yeah, it is. Justinian. For so many, to see us off like this seems wholly unnecessary. Still, I'll not begrudge them for wishing us well. Alright, Eorzea. Even Vilfson and Brovita should be in attendance. It's most unexpected, but I am nonetheless heartened by their presence. Stola. This is the pinnacle of etherochemistry, a synthesis of modern innovation and the ancient wisdom of Alag. The Ark's engine appears to be capable of processing condensed ether in quantities I never thought possible. Thancred. I wasn't expecting quite so many people to be seeing us off. Alright, Alphado. Let us hear what Father has to say. Yeah, and Ellie say? They said work on the Ark is finished, but you certainly wouldn't know it by looking at it. Taro. I'll send word to the Alliance leaders the very moment the ship takes off. Obviously, they couldn't be here, but I'm sure they'll be cheering you every step of the way. And Kryl? Quite the turnout, wouldn't you say? Then again, who wouldn't want to be present for a once-in-a-lifetime event? And living way. The Ark is missing one last but very crucial component before we are ready to take off. It should be arriving shortly. Alright, and then Fortuno.
All present and accounted for? Good. As you will have heard, the Ark is ready. All that remains is to board and be on your way.
I've seen my fair share of tight schedules, but this was bloody murder. But we did it. We finished the ship. It's safe, fit for purpose, and looks good to boot. Aye, it's a garland through and through.
I really don't know what we'd do without you. Thank you for everything.
Well, the work was hard, but we've learned a lot from it. After all, it's not every day you get tasked with building a starfaring vessel. In case you're wondering about payment, the ongoing existence of the world ought to do. But feel free to throw in a colorful recounting of your journey on your return.
I think we're going to accommodate that.
So, have you thought of a name?
A name? Wasn't everyone just calling it Father's teeny tiny toy boat?
Well, seeing as its purpose has changed, I thought a more eloquent name was in order. I suggested as much to Fortuno, who seemed quite amenable to the idea.
As you know, this vessel is the culmination of heretofore unprecedented collaboration. And though said collaboration is owed to the Scions, there is another whose noble deeds made our work possible. From a fragment of Dalamud, we obtained not only advanced materials such as refined adamantite, but the knowledge to traverse the stars. And this fragment would not have found its way to us had the Archon Louisoix not fought to protect this world, and in so doing, laid down his life. Now that the vessel stands complete, I cannot help but wonder if it was more than mere happenstance. If it was my father's intention to guide us here. In the hopes that his guidance will see you all safely home, I name the vessel after that.
Oops.
The Starship Ragnarok.
My finger twitched.
Sorry for the wait. I got everyone you asked for, and not a one less.
Ah, stickered. And, by the way, Ragnarok, good name. Ah. The Beast Tribes.
What are you all doing here?
Oh, I invited them. The representatives of those tribes with religious inclinations. You've done a fine job of readying the Ragnarok, but for it to take flight, we'll of course need the power of the Mother Crystal. Given its immense size, however, transporting it would be an absolute logistical nightmare, not to mention we'd need to shatter it into tiny shards for feeding to the engines. But a brilliant idea came to me. We convert the crystal's energy into forms that can transport themselves!
You want to turn it into primals.
Thou wouldst employ summoning, or should I say its precursor, creation magics.
Care to explain for our benefit?
As you may have witnessed at Bestway's Burrow, the Loporrits are capable of creation magics, which they use to shape the moon's environment. Yet simple though they make it seem, 'tis a highly advanced and exacting art. To perform it correctly requireth that the wielder holdeth the object in his mind's eye in clearest detail.
Hence the ancients' meticulous management of concepts.
Drawing upon this art, the Ascians conceived of summoning as we know it. A derivative that replaceth the complexity of concepts with the simplicity of zealotry to make manifest a creation.
I see. By combining the Loporrit's magics and the tribe's faith, we convert the Mother Crystal into primals of purer form and greater obedience. Summoning as it was intended, one might say.
Indeed! Indeed! While Hydaelyn gave us the ability to use creation magics, she forbade us from using it to make anything possessed of a soul, or similar. She didn't say anything about fulfilling the desires of others, though. So, borrowing our friend's faith, we'll create deities using the Mother Crystal's power and send them to the Ragnarok!
Am I the only one here concerned about the risk of being turned into a tempered minion?
Oh, right, I was getting to that. From what I've read in Sharlayan tomes, it appears the Ascians incorporated an additional nasty element into their summoning method. The fervent desire to assimilate others into one's belief. Beings thus created are instilled with the self-same desire and use their powers to enthrall people, starting with the summoner.
That makes sense.
In contrast, our creation magics, the original and the best, except no substitutes, don't incorporate any of that rubbish, so there's no risk of tempering. I mean, if the being was on the scale of Zodiac, you might feel a little tug, but I think we'll be safe enough.
Truth be told, I do not understand the intricacies of this plan. But none of us would ever turn our backs on you. When the avatars of our faith ran amok, you intervened without decrying we who birthed them. Where others vilified and suppressed us, you offered understanding and friendship. In gratitude, we will share with you the true expressions of our gods. Not malevolent deities, but benevolent saviors.
Alright, you lot, we're heading to the ethereal sea. Stay in sight, else you're liable to get lost.
Lead the way.
May we have a moment?
Sure.
In anticipation of the day man might journey to the stars, we developed these.
Portable teleportation devices. One for each of you, designed to work in tandem. Press the button on one, and in a matter of moments, all 8 will activate and send their owners back to the Ragnarok.
That sounds useful.
There is no telling what hazards you may encounter. If you find yourself separated or lost, please do not hesitate to use them. Be safe, all of you, and come back.
You as well. I pray you take care.
Looks like everything is in order, so I'll go ahead and board. A few of my fellows will remain to assist with the summonings, but rest assured, the The vessel won't want for competent crewing.
If you are ready, then you should board as well. Go, and Godspeed.
All right. I guess that is where we're going to board the ship. But before we do that, is anything different here? No. These are all the same things. Okay, so, except we have Sid, Biggs, Wedge, and Nero now here. Sid. The Ragnarok is a collaborative effort in every sense. The culmination of knowledge from the world's greatest minds, both past and present. Without question, the greatest ship ever built. Alright, Biggs. I'll have remembered to thank Tataru for a timely provision of food and drink. Poor Wedge would have long since given up from exhaustion otherwise. But now the rest is up to you. Come back safe, alright? Wedge? You haven't forgotten everything. You haven't forgotten anything, have you? No repairs or commissions? A delivery from retainers, perhaps? No? Well, if there's nothing else, then have a safe journey. And Nero. The world cannot end now, not when we've but scratched the surface of the Luperit's technological know-how. So, run along now and do what it is you vaunted heroes do best. The world shall tremble before my genius soon enough, assuming you're able to prevent its destruction, that is. Yeah, we'll make sure the world's still here so that, you know, you can do your thing. Alright. But I think this is where we're going to end this episode. And we're going to start next episode leaving for Ultima Thule. And we'll see what we find out there. Alright, but for now, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.